Yo, we are back with Terra Nullius. Some side stories. We're in Istanbul, and I think Shaela's gonna go into a back room with a strange man.
I think I have an idea.
Okay.
I think I have an idea.
Good. I didn't want to play out this scene.
Especially I didn't either, which is why I was like, what spells can I use to get out of this?
So Shaela attempts an assassination on the man and gets herself killed.
Right. Well, that's probably what was going to happen, right? Was she was going to try to kill him and then probably get killed herself. So I'm near the bathroom, right? The bathrooms are kind of like at the beginning of the tavern area, or are they kind of towards the back?
So we have to understand this is 1492, so there's no bathroom in the same way that we would consider a bathroom. So there's like a back room right here. That there's a wooden bench, and there's a hole in that bench, and that's the bathroom.
Okay. Where's the entrance?
The entrance is right here.
Okay. Oh, I see it. Okay. I think what I want to do, I'm going to walk out and kind of peruse around like the tables, just kind of like maybe like go grab like another like a beer off one of the tables or something like that, pretend
like you're actually an employee here.
And then I'm going to use my cantrip minor illusion to create a blasting loud scream noise right outside the doors. Right.
So let's look at minor illusion, shall we?
Sure, I have it.
So somatic and material. So you don't have to say anything, which is nice. You can just like wave your hands. Okay, cool. So yeah, I was just gonna say like if there was like verbal components, you would have to make sure you're like not like obviously casting a spell of any sort. But yeah, if you just want to like kind of wave your fingers and cast that. So basically the sound of a scream outside.
Yeah, like a really loud scream.
Okay, and what is your intent here? What do you want to happen?
I want the other two from upstairs to hear it and to come downstairs. Like that's my goal, is to get them to like, okay, something's going on, go downstairs.
Right. Okay, yeah, I think, right, okay, well, let's cut to you guys then. So what, Muldraq and Yi, what have you been doing?
We've probably been talking for a few minutes.
Exactly, yeah.
I've been letting him know, like, my plan that I'm going to infiltrate the Iron Bramble and try and steal something, break into something tonight at the tavern in whatever, to show that I am a worthy thief.
And I'll tell her about how I ran into that guy and he seems to be the crime lord here.
Also that we don't know each other. Like, stop trying to talk to me like we don't know each other.
So I think my other intent, right, is to also distract the other patrons. So that way, Lord Callisto, is that how you say it?
Callisto.
Callisto, sorry.
That's okay.
American accent butchering.
Callisto.
Kind of, cause a distraction, so that way, like, I don't actually have to, like, go back there. Kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean, I think if there's, like, a scream outside, right, the bouncers, like, check this out, right, so there'll be a couple big, tough dragonborn dudes, like, look outside, and they're just like, what's going on? And then, yeah, some of the patrons are just, like, looking around, like, what was that?
And at the same time, I want to create another one of, like, a glass, like, breaking, like, inside.
Okay, where do you want to center that? Like, where's the sound coming from?
Probably from one of the corners.
Okay, yeah, so everybody just kind of, like, look around, like, what's going on? Callisto, I think, stands up, and he's just like, well, can someone check that out? What's going on? And yeah, there's just like general kind of like a small mill of chaos happening. But the bouncers like looking outside, and one of them calls back and he's like, I'm sorry, my lord, there's nothing to see. I don't know, it doesn't look like there's many people out in the street. It looks like they're just as surprised as we are.
At this point, Muldraq and Muldraq would probably be down there. He'd probably hear it and like
Right.
come quickly.
I don't know if I'd go down and investigate any screaming. Like, I don't know why I would go down and investigate any screaming that would be happening.
So Muldraq just runs down.
I come down. First, I look around and see the general confusion,
Mm-hmm.
and I see Shaela. Shaela?
It's
Shaela.
Shaela, yeah.
Shaela. Okay. Sorry, I'm making that up with a name I heard called Chalet, so I'm like mixing those two up in my head.
Shillelagh.
So I see
Don't
Shaela.
call me that.
I see Shaela. Is Shayla still in her illusion or form?
Mm-hmm.
I think so, yeah. Where
Yeah,
are you
'cause I
right
was-
now, Shaela? Like amongst the tables?
That's a great question. Yeah, just amongst the tables.
Okay.
So I look out and I look and I try to make eye contact with her.
I meet you, and I go like get me out of here kind of thing.
I nod my head and I start to go upstairs. No, actually, no. This is what I'll do. I'll pass by her, and as I'm passing by her, I'll tell her to go upstairs.
Right, okay.
And I'll go up to dang it. I'm writing too small.
Callisto?
Callisto. I run to Callisto and say, I should not be saying or do an action when I have chocolate in my mouth.
Real quick, I'm gonna make a so Shaela, make a stealth check. But you can do it with advantage because Muldraq is gonna go distract Callisto for you. And I'm gonna roll for him.
Said stealth.
Yeah.
with advantage.
Okay. Cool.
Okay. Yep.
So
So he's looking for you, right? Like I think maybe he even sees you at one point. But like you get lost in the crowd of the people in the tavern, and then Muldraq comes up and starts talking to him. So he just doesn't make a big deal out of it and just looks at Muldraq. He's like, he looks mildly irritated by something, but yeah, what did you say to him?
Is there anything wrong, my lord? I lost my accent.
I'm not entirely sure.
Well, what was the sound? I heard it all the way upstairs. This must have been something that happened.
Yes. It seems like it was outside the establishment, though, so it's probably none of my concern.
I will go check real quick. So I'm gonna actually like go towards the door and kind of look out and.
Yeah, I mean, it's just you basically see. I think the crowd has just completely gone back to normal at this point. They're just walking. It's a pretty busy city, but like, yeah, just a couple.
So I look kind of confused. I kind of go back and I'm like, that is odd. There is nothing there. Has something like this happened before?
No, I mean, people scream in the Low District all the time, but it really sounded like it was right outside the door. Oh well, things happen.
Children play pranks.
Yes, children.
Well, I am going to go back to my quarters upstairs. Let me know if there's any way I can help. Wait,
Muldraq, stay, please. It seems that my company for the evening has disappeared on me, so I guess you'll have to do. Please sit down. Let's have a conversation.
My company for the night.
Yeah, well, that's totally not what I meant. So.
Boy. Sam, get a hold of yourself.
I'm sorry. I heard that. I'm like, okay.
I thought it was plenty implied, but whatever.
I mean, I'm sure that he would probably make that joke, right? But he just wants to have a conversation with someone now.
So I was like,
He just wants something interesting to happen. He's bored.
Mm-hmm. So I'll sit down next to him like, okay. I'm sitting down next to him. I'm like not sure what to say at this point because I'm like,
Right, I was just chewing. Sorry.
oh,
Yeah. He looks back at you and he like takes a drink of his drink, and he says, Muldraq, when was the last time that you sinned?
All men sin, my lord.
Exactly. So what was the last time? What did you do?
He's gonna kind of literally just be taken aback, like, not sure what to do with this.
Oh, come now, don't be shy. It couldn't have been anything that bad. Now, if I told you the last thing that I did...
Well, he's like, oh, it's not that simple, my lord. I'm just gonna point to the symbol on my chest. Like, you see this symbol?
Mm-hmm.
I was, forgive me, this is not a good memory. I was part of a...
In my experience, most memories aren't.
So, the reason I am a wanderer of sorts and belong to no particular parish is because I was of a lord who...
Oh, getting a whole backstory
well,
here.
you know of the Inquisition that has been going on of late.
What, hon? Sorry. Space out
the
there for a second.
Inquisition, the Inquisition that has been going on as of late.
I think I've heard something about that. Isn't Spain heading it up?
Yes. And
I imagine they'd have a heyday in Istanbul.
Yes. And I was of a particular lord that was desiring exactly that. I did some terrible things in those few days, but after a while, I could no longer live with myself as that. So I removed myself from the parish, and I made a mark on this sign to show that I will not be part of such things.
So you... how long ago was this?
Well, time-wise, how long ago? Probably would it have been?
I don't know.
I'd say maybe like a year.
So you literally haven't sinned in a year. Is that what you're telling me?
It's... No. Don't get me wrong. It's not that I haven't sinned. It's just when you ask me when the last sin I did, this is what comes to mind. You know, the small...
I was expecting you to say that you told a white lie or something, not that you like tortured people for the church. Jeez,
yes,
man.
but when you've done some horrible things, it's hard to remember the small ones.
Fair enough. So, I don't think we've really gotten down to the reason why you decided to come into my establishment exactly. You seem to know who I was. But...
Oh. What are they called? Azamar?
Yes.
Well, sir, you are Azamar. You are holy blood.
There's Azamar around here. They're all over the place. This, Greece, Italy, they're everywhere.
That's true, I guess. Yes, but none of your stature. Most Azamar, they go around looking like, well, people who visit your establishment. You clearly set yourself apart as more than that.
Roll a flattery check? I mean, persuasion, I guess.
Flattery check.
I'm assuming that's how I knew he was a noble.
Yeah. In other role-playing games, there would actually probably be a skill for that.
Persuasion, you said?
Yeah. Whew. Yeah, so he's like up on himself. He's just like, yeah, yes, yep, that's me. Yep, you're right. Yeah, so he's like, so what? You were just drawn by my gravity? Is that what you're saying?
Well, no. You see, sir, I am of noble birth myself. That's why I was part of
Right.
the
You mentioned
church.
something like that.
So, when I see you, I'll be honest. I'm to reach out to these people in places like this, but I cannot relate to them as well. When I see someone like you, I see what we have in common.
So, what are you saying, Muldraq? Are you here to convert me or not?
Just like you, I wish for conversation.
So, let me get this straight. Let's lay this all out here. You heard about me, and so you came specifically to this inn to have a conversation with me.
No.
Nothing in particular.
I was here and saw you.
Okay, well, then my initial question stands. Why did you come here? Its reputation is well known.
Yes. And where do you find people that need the Lord the most? The places where the broken are.
That's where yeah, didn't your Christ have something about eating with tax collectors and prostitutes and things like that?
Mm-hmm.
So you're trying to walk in his footsteps then, just
When you've done the horrible things I've done, you try to make up for them by following the best example you can.
well, you know that I can't just let you walk around here and try to convert my customers or my employees. You see that, right?
I understand.
So unless you have more pressing business with me, as incredibly engaging as this conversation has been, I think it might be time for you to leave. If you're a paying customer, of course, you are welcome to stay or eat or drink or whatever. But if you're going to be walking around converting people, can't have that.
Oh, if you insist, my lord.
I do.
I have already paid for the night, so I will stay here and I will in the morning.
Well, it was fun while it lasted.
Yes, my lord.
He just like downs the rest of his drink, kind of looks at it, like kind of sad that it's empty, puts it down. He seems a little like irritated. He's just like he's looking around again. He's just like, where was that blasted woman? And I think he stands up and he's just like, excuse me, I need to take care of something. And then he like walks off.
I will excuse myself and I'll walk back upstairs.
Okay. So
I'm kind of like,
yeah.
like in like upstairs, like trying to like be like hidden, like because I have no idea what room.
Right. You're just like
I'm not gonna go knocking on every single door, so I'm like, hey.
So I'm walking up. Do I hear you calling out towards me?
Yeah.
Oh, Shaela, come. So I bring her to the room that we're in.
Sure. So
actually, to the room they're in because I'm in a different room.
Right. Yeah. Good boy.
I would say I don't know if I would get my own room or not because I'm like in this weird place where I'm trying to.
You don't take up as much space.
Yeah. Sure.
Anyways, I think once we get into the room, I undisguise myself and I'm like, oh god.
Oh, that wasn't pleasant.
That was not fun. And I kind of just unload like the whole plan to the two of
so
them.
everything that he said to you.
Right. Like, you know, that he's planning on the next, they're like, he's clearly not the leader of these people. It's more just like they're patrons of his and he allows them to do the things that they do at his inn.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't get the name of the leader. Didn't seem appropriate for me to ask. But I did. I mean, I could only.
What's the name of this leader? What does he look like? Does he have any special powers?
What's his social security number and date of birth?
Exactly.
Yeah. But I did get that their next victim, unfortunately, is the Athena family, which, if you remember, that's Meryl, the woman that I played. It's her little sister, from the sounds of it.
This is not good news.
Well, I mean, tonight, hopefully, I'll be able to show how good I am, and they'll take me in so I can infiltrate the Iron Bramble.
But what if they strike tonight?
Did they say?
He did not say, just said it was their next operation. That's all they said.
Well, I may have already overstayed my welcome as is. The master of this house does not find me welcome. For reasons.
To be honest, like he was mostly just irritated that you decided to have a conversation with him right after he was like he got like stood up by this lady. So that was really the only reason that he was so cross with you.
Still, I wouldn't have taken it that way.
Yeah,
I would have taken it. I respect his wishes.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what if you're so worried about them striking tonight? What if I
split the party?
Exactly. What if I investigate the fireplace that I think is where their hideout might be, and you guys can go watch the Athena house?
We could do that.
I am nervous.
I bet behind this poster there's probably a switch. I can infiltrate their hideout.
That or you crawl into the fireplace, you know, and
Set myself on fire, and I am transported. Yes.
I am nervous to leave you alone, especially in a place like this.
Yeah, it's actually just a
All you'll do
teleportation
is-
circle to the plane of fire.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
how they,
all
that's how
you'll-
they light their fire.
If you stay here with me, all you'll do is draw attention to me. I mean, unless you want to specifically draw attention to yourself in another part of the room while I...
Well, are you going at night when it is no longer?
Well, I mean, I don't know how late this place is open. I should probably... I'll go down and ask when the hours and what hours breakfast will be served, so I can get a sense of the ideal time.
Well,
I'll be right back.
Would you probably already ask that? Was she?
I probably not. I don't know. I'd just go down real quick and ask the bartender, like when breakfast is served and how late
Right.
the bar is open.
I mean, the bar's open pretty late. Like, it's probably like 5 in the morning when it finally like shuts down. And then, I mean, I don't know if they really do breakfast here. That doesn't really sound like something that's their forte. They probably just
they
have
do
like a
breakfast?
pot of stew that just simmers out all overnight. And they just let you like take some if you want.
So when does the bar reopen then?
Let's see. The bar reopens probably at like noon or something.
Okay, so go back up and let everybody know that it'll probably be in the morning when I can get a chance to go down.
How about this then? We will.
Just because the bar is not open, though, doesn't mean that there aren't going to be patrons around.
I know, but I mean,
Yeah, the best time you will have to strike it would be between that time. Yeah,
yeah.
but yeah.
How of this? I will stay till morning. In the morning, we will leave for the Athena family, and that way, if something happens, we can be here for you.
Just to not have them confused with the Greek god of war. It is the Athena family, not
Athena.
the Athena family.
Athena, sorry.
That's right.
Oh, I read it wrong. I was looking at it from far away. Athena family. That way, we will be here if you need our help, and we will be ready to get to the Astana family as soon as we can.
That seems fair. Well, give it one night. You got one night to try to impress these people and get in, and if it doesn't work, then we'll go protect the Athon family.
We will be ready to leave by the 7th hour, or whatever 7 o'clock is this time.
Yeah.
So what time is it right now?
I'd say like 8 or 9 p.m. Pretty early still in the life of a bar.
Yeah. So are you guys wanting to just stay here for the night and not go to the Athana family at all tonight?
I suppose it would probably be wrong of us not to go warn them at least and have their guards up.
We will send them. We will go give a message to them, and from there, when we get back, we will come back for you. How about that?
I mean, pretty much from now on, I can't be seen with you around here.
That is not a problem.
No problem at all.
So Muldraq and Shaela head out to like go give them a heads up on that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Go. Here. This is the idea. We will go tonight to the Athana family. We will leave you here. But we will be back in the morning in case something happens.
So we're gonna stay there overnight at the Athana family, or
We'll try
somewhere
something.
outside of their walls.
Yeah. I have
Okay.
I've been traveler. I am used to sleeping outside.
Do you think it would be wise of us to tell Damla what we've found? Because they're more likely to trust her than us. We're just strangers.
I am not sure Damla will let us in, but now that I have remembered my background feature, maybe they'll
Now
let
that
me
I
enter.
remember that I am a nobleman, and then
I
have
complained
special power.
Okay, so
Sure,
let
yeah.
us go. We will go to Damla and talk to her, and she will be able to maybe convince her family more.
Okay.
Their family more.
So let's cut to that then. You're standing in front of the gate, yeah, the same guard is looking at you, and he's like, "Don't I know you?"
Yes, we are friends with Damla. We request her presence, please.
You request her presence.
Yes, it is of dire importance.
You do realize this is a 19-year-old girl, and it's nighttime. What could she
Yes.
possibly want from you in the middle of the night? Just you want me to
It
just
is
bring her
with-
out here so you can have a conversation?
It is in regards to the Athana family, and it is of dire importance for the safety of their daughter.
All right, make a persuasion check.
You're just running around telling the truth to everybody.
Yes, I am.
Uh,
Persuasion?
Yep.
Oh, frick. Oh, wait.
Oh
Oh,
no, that's not bad.
I thought that was a 4 and a 7 at first. Because the 3D dice lie.
Yeah.
sometimes.
They do indeed. Yeah.
Please, I beg you keep this. I beg you not say much, as we are trying to keep this on. How do I say this? Please, I just ask that you retrieve Damla for us. It will be quick, but it is very important.
All right.
Please do not speak what. Please do not speak of witness to others. Please do not speak of the matters to others, though.
He raises an eyebrow.
Only because we wish not to alert the kid. Only because we wish not to alert anybody of this, besides those who are in danger. I'm trying. We're trying.
why are you telling everyone the truth?
Yeah, he
Because I am a priest of dragonborn Jesus.
yeah. He kind of looks at you just like, all right.
Damla will understand.
I hope so. And yeah, he turns. Yeah, you wait for a little while, and then Dalma returns, and there are like 5 more guards. Yeah, the guard that you were talking to is like right next to her, as he like opens the gate. He's like, get this conversation over with quickly. And Dalma like looks at you just like, is there something that you've learned?
Yes. What is the name of your friend that we were? Actually, you had a friend, Meryl. Yes. What was her last name?
Athana. Meryl Athana.
Her family name was Athana. Okay.
Yes.
We believe the Athana family is in danger of having the similar experience of your brother. We believe
Similar
that
experience?
We believe that the 13-year-old daughter is gonna get kidnapped.
or A, do they have multiple daughters?
Well, yes, they have Meryl and then the younger sister.
We believe that they might be in danger
Hmm.
to reach the same fate as
Younger sister, Azumero. Azuril.
How do you spell that? Was that a joke? That
That
a
was,
joke or something?
that was a Pokemon
Got
joke.
it. Azuril.
Yeah.
Azrael.
And we, don't know where they live, nor would we have any, nor do they have any reason to trust us.
Right, of course. No, you have done a good thing in coming to me with this. I will make sure that they're warned. You say there are
Just
kidnappers
not-
about?
Yes.
Do you know where these
Specifically-
kidnappers are? Do you...
Because I don't know if I want to give her this information. I'm like,
yeah.
For the sake of the safety of you, we would like to keep that information private.
Make another persuasion check.
Excuse me.
does he get advantage because I'm
Boom! At
Oh,
20,
don't
don't
matter.
need it.
Yeah, so she nods and she says, You're right. I don't need to... I'm just a... I trust you to do what is right. please tell me if anything else like this comes up. I trust that you know what you're doing and that you'll do whatever is necessary to get my brother back.
We are.
If you would mind leading us to the Athana family.
Or
We can just tell them ourselves. There's no need. I'm sure that you're still hot on the trail of.
We would like to offer our assistance in protection. We would like to
Oh.
catch these people.
Right, of course. No, that makes sense. She looks over at the guard, and he like gives her a look like, and she says, "Petros, please. I think this is a good idea." And he's like, "Let me get more guards." And then he like turns around and goes back inside. And then we cut to you guys like going towards the Athana family with like a cadre of guards. So
yeah, no, I don't know if that's a good idea.
I mean, you can try to convince them otherwise, yeah.
I'm gonna try and convince them that the more we do, the more we're going to alert that we know that they're
Right.
onto him.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I think he looks at you, the like captain of the guard or whatever this guy is. He looks at you. He's like, "I will not let my mistress go unprotected into the dark streets."
Then by all means, you come with us. But
I'm going to, at this point, I am going to pull out my sword and my shield and say, "She will be protected by me. By the holy right of dragonborn Jesus, she will be protected by me." Couldn't say that with a
That's
straight
definitely
face.
not what he's called.
I don't know. We haven't
Dragonborn
established that.
Jesus.
We're just calling him Dragonborn Jesus.
Jesus Dragonborn.
Jesus
Or
Dragon.
Jesus Christ.
Right. So, okay, do you actually want Damla to come with you?
Well, yeah, because she has to be the one to warn them. But
Right.
so she just needs to warn them and then go back.
Okay.
So
okay.
I don't think it's a bad idea for one guard to come with us, but for a whole posse, like that's
Yep.
too much.
Make a persuasion, another persuasion check on Petros this time.
Well, actually, should I make it? Who makes it? She's technically better.
I think you can both make. You can like
Both.
You're making it with advantage, basically.
Ah, that's right. I gotta click the button twice. Okay, 18 will work probably.
I think Petros looks at you and he says, "I am coming." But
You can come, but the rest
By
is-
all means, you can escort her back safely, because we'll be staying there.
he nods. And then he looks at you, Muldraq, and he's like, "If any harm should befall her, it will be your head on the line, not mine."
If any harm will befall her, my head will fall before hers.
Yeah, he just shakes his head and then goes with you guys. So, Yi, do you have any preparations to make for this?
I mean, I don't really think so.
Mm-hmm.
Because I have my thieves' tools, and I'm just gonna be hanging around waiting for.
Just like idly like
Kinda
fiddling with
empty
your
out.
pick lock.
Yep, throwing my dagger in the air and catching it.
Okay, yeah. So we have a short like cutaway to you, and then we come back, and then
Yeah,
you guys.
and it's not even like I sleep.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, you guys show up at the Athana residence, and yeah, I think Petros like looks over at you, Muldraq, and he's like, "All right, how do you want to do this?"
I'll turn to Damla, and I'll say, "Actually, are there guards outside?"
Yeah, it's a similarly walled compound.
I'll walk up with Damla
And Petros comes with you.
and Petrus. I'll walk up and I say,
Petros is an Azamar, by the way.
"Oh, okay." I imagine human, so anyway. We request, and I walk up to him like, "We request, we request." Why do you say request?
Request.
We request the presence of the king. That was German.
We
Whoa.
request the presence of the king. Yeah.
Of the king.
Um,
This is of dire importance.
Wait, the king.
Well,
The lord of this house.
The lord of the house, yeah.
the
Lord
Lord
of
of the house.
Fauna.
I just realized what we were saying. I was just like, wait a second.
The Lord of the house.
Yeah. Yeah, so the guard's a tiefling. It's a tiefling woman. And she has like two like curved scimitars, and she like kind of like puts her hands on her hips, and she's like, really now? Why would you be desiring an audience with my lord at this hour?
It is of dire importance, and
Yes,
of the
you said it was
safety
of dire importance. What dire importance is there?
It is of the safety of his children. We believe there is a threat coming up.
Well, what is it? I can give this message to him. So imagine this lady as being the general lady from Black Panther. This is basically who she is.
I'll turn to Damla and kind of nod at her like.
Because the guard would recognize Damla, right?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
So I'll take.
So just have a conversation with yourself. Go for it.
Right. I mean, they have the conversation, right? Yeah, Damla tells her what's going on, and I think she like nods solemnly. She's like, "It is a good thing that you brought this to my attention. I will make sure that my lord is adequately prepared."
Please, we wish to offer our protection. We would like to catch these people who are doing this thing.
Are you claiming that I cannot do it on my own?
I am not claiming that you cannot, but I have already offered Damla that we would help find her brother. We will find her brother if we catch these people who want to take the daughter of the house.
Well, if I leave any of them alive, then I will be sure to pass on whatever information we torture out of them.
So you will not let us stay.
There's no reason. And she like looks at you like double take like short Irish halfling. What?
And I kind of go like, "Did you not hear us?" Someone
Right.
Like, you could use all the help you can get.
I can't think of any good reason.
Yeah, she just like shakes her head and she's like, "There's no need for any strangers to get involved here. This is a family matter."
Well, these strangers just brought this to your attention.
And for that, I thank you very kindly.
So I'm checking my equipment or something. I think. Okay, I think I'll turn to that thing. Well, would you have qualms with us staying close by on the quarters?
You can stay wherever you like as long as it's not on our property. So let's see, 20 paces back.
I'm gonna walk 20 paces, pull out a bedroll, and like
Just lay it on the ground.
lay it down.
I think she does. So if Raya was here, she would definitely be able to tell us what this means. But the lady makes some sort of gesture towards you, and it's basically like flipping you off in whatever like cultural context that she's from. Because she's from like Africa originally. So yeah, and then she just like goes inside.
That's awesome. So like where you are at right now, there's like bushes and whatnot, or like
It's like the street, basically, right?
I don't want to sleep out in the middle of the street.
Yeah, that's literally like you're in the middle of the
Oh,
street, surrounded by like buildings.
It's not like a forest area like it was around.
No, this one looks a little bit more like
Oh.
smack dab in the middle of like an urban area.
Okay, I thought it was like a forest like the other place.
I mean, I think Muldraq still does that just for like dramatic effect, but
No, I'll realize I'm like, okay, this was maybe
yeah. After she goes back inside, you like take your bedroll back and just like, okay, I actually wasn't.
safe. Maybe like I'll turn to Shaela and say, let us find an inn.
Yeah, or like some kind of just even something with a roof over it would be fine. I think. To be honest, like I'm fine with that.
Okay, make an investigation check with advantage because you both help each other.
How much do you have for investigation?
me a sec. I think it's like
I have a 0, so
well, I have a 1.
that's still better than me. So, and I'm helping you, so we had
We'll
advantage.
try it. Well, 13.
So
at
you
least.
find a house that looks like it's abandoned.
Oh no.
I don't go inside the building. I just go onto the patio. and
Right. I
lay
mean,
out.
it's not much of a patio, but like there's probably like a little like overhang like to keep rain off the like front portion of the house. So yeah, you can just lay under there like in front of the house. Yeah.
That's what I'm gonna do.
Yep.
And
Muldraq?
I'll follow and do the same.
Yeah. So you just kind of like just squat up against the side of this house.
yeah, I think we should take watches.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. How does watches work when there's only 2 people?
Well, I assume that you're not gonna get a long rest here, right? Like you're gonna.
Well, I haven't used anything. that
Right,
would
exactly.
require
I'm just saying,
rest,
like, it probably wouldn't even matter, right? Like, you just split it up, like, 4 hours and 4 hours or something like that, depending on how long you're staying, so.
Sounds good.
Yep. So I guess we cut back to Yi. Yi, I think it's time to... we might flash back to them, like, dealing with something in the night, but I think we flash forward, at the very least, to you and your escapades.
Oh no.
So you're just gonna sneak down from your room and try to, like, look into this fireplace?
Is there a window in my room?
Yes. Yep. It's looking out to the street.
Yeah, is there anybody out in the street right now?
There is an old man, like beggar, petting a dog, like sitting like against the wall, like right below you. He's like talking to the dog. He's just like, "Don't worry, I won't let anything happen to you, Sparky."
Sparky.
Gigi.
No,
The goodest boy.
he's the goodest boy.
If I were to drop down out of the window, would I be able to avoid them?
If you drop directly down from the window, you will land on top of him.
Well, yeah. So, like, is there anything
You could
around
like.
so that I could...
So if
down,
you
not on
jumped
top of him?
straight across the like gap between this building and the next building, there's like a cloth like overhang thing, right? That you could like land on, that maybe you could not rip through.
I instead kind of call down to him, the beggar, and say,
Mhm.
"Could you move about 5 feet to the left?"
She's like, huh? Oh, hello, pretty maiden. What brings you to my window?
Right now, I think it's my window, but if you could move about 5 feet to the left, it could be helpful to you.
That really depends on your perspective, doesn't it? Is it your window because you're looking from the inside, or is it my window because I'm looking from the outside?
I like kind of climb into the frame of the window and I say, 5 feet to the left could really be helpful right now.
All right, make a persuasion check.
Oh, this should be good.
This is not going to be good.
Oh.
Yeah, so he just keeps talking to you. He's just like, I mean, when you really get down to it, what is the concept of property in the first place? Can anyone really own anything?
Okay, so I want to kind of like drop down, so I'm like hanging on the window
Right.
frame, and then once again just be like 5 feet, and then
So
I can.
I think the dog backs up.
imagine.
Like the dog's looking up at you and like sees what's coming. He just like backs up and like barks once.
Like there could be gold in this for you. Just 5 feet.
I really like your boots. Where did you get them?
Okay.
Oy vey.
Could I like drop down and like do a check to try and avoid him?
Yeah, sure. Make an acrobatics check at disadvantage.
Perfect. Gonna do it.
Oh,
So you definitely land on the guy. Let's see. So you fell 2 stories. So make.
Would it really be more like 1 story? Because I made sure to hold on to the window.
Right. Okay, roll.
I specifically did
right,
that.
Right. Roll a d6.
Okay.
Ooh.
4.
All right, he only had 1 hit point, so you kill him instantly.
Oh my god!
Okay, so
You
I
literally
would
land on this old man's neck and snap his neck.
okay, so
So like
Oh
the
my
last thing he says is, "Oh, I see you're falling now," and then you land on him.
Iron Bramble will probably take a murderer.
Like I literally didn't even think about the fact, but you literally did like more than double his current maximum hit points, so he dies instantly.
Okay.
Oh
Is there like an alley nearby?
Yeah.
I'd like to drag him
Man,
into
I
the
really
alley.
liked that character too.
He wouldn't move.
So I
is
think
there-
the dog starts barking at you.
I give him some food for my rations.
Okay, make an animal handling check.
Okay. Do I get advantage for giving him food too?
No, absolutely not. You kill his best friend.
There's okay.
Oh my gosh.
15.
Oh, that's not bad.
I think it takes it from you, but like bites your hand in the process. You take 1 damage.
Okay.
And it like growls at you and then like runs off.
Okay. So I can drag this guy to the alley though.
Yeah.
Okay,
Make a
so-
stealth check to see if you can do it without like being noticed.
Okay.
I was afraid
So
that would happen.
17.
Yeah, that's totally fine. Yep. So you just
Okay.
drag this guy to an alley, put
Yeah.
him in between 2 barrels, and just like whistle as you walk around the corner.
Yeah, so now I want to go to like the front doors of the inn.
Yep.
To like try and see if there's anybody in the front room.
Okay. Yeah. That guy's name was Antonius, by the way, and he lost his wife 3 years ago and has been living in the gutter ever since.
He wasn't gonna move.
The dog was his only friend in the whole world.
He didn't move.
That's right. We see a flashback of this, right? We see like his life story in montage.
Flash before his eyes, like right before he dies.
Right. He just, I see you falling now. Yep.
Okay, so is there anybody?
So we can let that stealth check just kind of ride until it becomes relevant to do it again. And so you're just kind of sneaking up. You creak open the door. It looks like there is a drunk or two, like kind of snoring on like a chair, right? Like, and there's like a guy like in his like snoring into his arm on a table, and there's a guy like snoring next to him, like on the
Somebody's
floor.
calling me. 1 sec. Oh,
Okay.
oh, just kidding. They stopped calling me, so I don't know what that was about, but okay. Okay, yeah. So drunk people snoring.
But that's basically all you see. Yeah, and you don't hear anything. It's rather dead.
Yeah, just like that old guy.
True.
Wow.
Okay, so I would like to go over to the fireplace stealthily, quietly.
Okay. Yeah.
And investigate it closer.
Yeah, do it. Roll investigation.
Dang.
Yeah, so so the thing is there would be a pot of stew in here now. So there was a small fire going and there's a pot of stew simmering. But as you kind of like look around it and just kind of get a grasp on the situation, you can definitely see that there's a panel behind it on the stone that you can clearly see the seams because you're trained to see those sorts of things. And if you manage to push it in at a certain point, it should slide back.
But there's like a fire.
There's a fire and a pot of stew.
Pot of stew.
Yeah.
Can I like look around and see if there's anything to remove the stew? And like put it on a table or something.
I mean, so it's basically hanging from like a spit, right? Like on like a chain, so on a handle. So you could like grab the big metal handle and just like.
Well, like I'm assuming it's gonna be hot.
Yes. I mean, you could. Yeah, you could have like put gloves on it though, if you.
Yeah, like is it? Yeah, I want to do that. And then...
I think there would probably be like a pair of gloves next to it, right?
Okay. Okay. Sure.
makes
Then
sense.
I'll grab the stew and remove it.
Okay, make a stealth check to see if you can do this without like dropping it and like. Actually,
What is
yeah,
it?
22.
yeah.
22, and you're saying
No. I'm trying
Oh,
to think
okay.
if there'd be like a strength check here too. Yeah, make a strength check. You
okay,
don't seem like the strongest person in the world.
like a
so-
strength save.
Yeah, I think it would be a strength save. Yeah.
Okay. Oh no.
Oh my gosh. So in another world where you were
Ouch.
stronger,
Oh,
you would have
no.
stealth perfectly, but you definitely completely dropped the thing of stew.
Would I even be able to pick it up?
Well, you spill it on the ground, right? It spills all over the
Okay.
ground in front of like the table here. And make a dexterity save.
Oh, okay. Sure.
Okay, so you managed not to get hot stew splashed on you.
Okay.
But yeah, it's all over the floor. This is the Kevin's chili cold open from the office right
Oh
now.
no.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's real bad. You definitely made some noise. Like I think with that 22 on the stealth, like you did as best as you possibly could in making this not noisy, but you definitely just spilled a giant pot of stew, so that's kind of loud.
Okay. So what I'm gonna do is there a bucket and a mop around here?
I think yeah, there's probably something like that you could start cleaning this up with.
Okay. I don't want to start cleaning it up. I want to dump the bucket of water on the fire and act like I also spilled that if anybody comes around, like that I was trying to clean up the stew, but I really am just putting out the
Right.
fire.
Okay, all right, yeah, sure. I think you do that without any difficulty. You kind of like
Okay.
put the broom and bucket like, or the mop and bucket like next to it, like kind of like haphazardly, which is like on the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then it's a little hot in there right now, but you could reach in and press the panel on this if you want.
Yeah, I would like can I check for traps?
You can check for traps. Good job.
That's
you.
investigation, right?
I think so. Yes.
Too bad I didn't have advantage.
Well, let's see here.
Such a good rogue checking for traps.
I know. Trying to pull up the actual like DC for this.
Oh no.
So ooh man, there's some nasty ones that I could throw at you.
Oh.
And all you're gonna do after saying that is, no, you don't see anything. Oh, look at all this nasty stuff.
You
Nothing
do
here.
not see it.
Yep.
Yeah, you don't
Yep.
see anything.
Okay. So because I'm trying to like look like I'm cleaning up the stuff, so I take the mop in my hand and I kind of like am like do cleaning up, and I hit the thing with the mop handle.
Okay, you just hit it with the mop handle?
Yeah, I'm like I press the panel in if it's like a press panel or whatever
Yeah.
with the mop handle. So if anybody comes in, it still looks like I'm just kind of like mopping.
Okay, so you do that, and so you press it in, and you like the stone like slides in and goes, and then you hear a click, and then a little like
Oh, no.
dragon head, like a little statue of it, right? Like pops out from the wall, like it starts to slide back, but then this comes forward and it opens its mouth, and then a gout of flame just sprays out of the fireplace into your face. Make a dexterity save.
Would we probably be heading back at this point?
Well, I haven't said whether or not they
Natural
attacked you
20.
tonight yet. Whoa! Okay, so you take half damage from this.
Oh.
So whatever I roll here, you take half of it.
Ooh.
So you take 5 damage as the like fire literally shoots out of the fireplace into your face.
Okay.
So that also like made some noise. So it looks like one of the drunks is like rustling. He's like, what is going on?
How is he close to me or no?
He's over here.
I just kind of like whisper. I'm like, "Oh, sorry, I spilled some stew. That's all."
Oh, yeah, stew. And then he like goes back to sleep.
So after I pressed in the panel, did anything else open, or was it only the dragon?
Yeah. So what you look back at it now, right? Like after,
Yeah.
and the dragon head has disappeared. You don't know where it went, and then it's just it's a doorway into a room beyond.
Okay,
It's
I'd
dark
like,
though, because you can't see what's inside the room.
let's see. Do I have? Okay, so I have a candle that I'm gonna light with my tinderbox, my burglar's pack, and I continue on. And as I'm going in, I would like to be looking for like thieves' cant and looking for traps as I'm walking.
All right, make an investigation check.
Oh,
So it's more like a little tunnel, like you can crawl through. It's not you can't like walk through it. You just like crawl in, and you end up here. And the rest of you can't see this, but she just went into a little room. So you are surrounded by a bunch of like crates and barrels and chests and like locked crates. You definitely see a bunch of like really expensive liquor in here in some of these barrels. You also see a bunch of like locked metal chests that looks like they might hold something of value.
whatever looks the fanciest that is locked, I want to go to.
So you see this big golden chest
Yes,
with a
that
big
one.
lock on it. Yeah.
I would like to examine the lock and check it for traps.
Okay. Make an investigation check.
Whoa.
Is it trapped?
Hey.
It is. Yeah, there is a simple like poison trap. It will like prick you with poison as soon as you try to open it. But you can roll. I think you can roll something to like disable it. I don't know what it's like in this edition of D&D. Let's see.
Would it be like, I'm trying to think. I mean, something dex based, I'm assuming.
Would it be a roll? With the
Yeah, I think it would just be thieves' tools. Yep.
Oh, just thieves' tools,
You'd
not
roll
anything.
your thieves' tool proficiency
Okay,
because that adds your dexterity to it. So
20.
yeah,
Nice.
no problem. You disable that. You're like, yep, this is fine. I'm good. And yeah, you want to try to unlock the trap now, or
Yeah, so
sorry,
then I
unlock
just-
the lock.
I just roll thieves' tools again.
Yep. Yeah,
23.
no problem. So there's a satisfying click, and you open it up, and we cut away before we see what's inside.
Oh, no. Oh.
So we cut back to Muldraq and Shaela, and they are they're waiting. I think Shayla's on watch right now, and you guys hear some commotion coming from the manor, the estate. You hear some shouting.
I'm probably still asleep. So,
Yeah.
Since Shayla's on watch.
I shake
Yeah.
him awake.
Hmm.
Muldraq, pick up.
What is it? What is it?
Something's happening. I hear some commotion going on in the manor.
I'm immediately awake and I just pull out my sword and my shield and like, let us go then.
Yeah. Okay. So you want to try to get over there before the commotion stops. Make athletics checks. See if you can like sprint over there.
Take it over.
I have a 0.
Oh, no.
Wait, what'd you say? What kind of strength? What kind of
Athletics, not acrobatics. Athletics.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Make it
Oh,
-1.
oh wait, okay, that's good. I have a
There you
4
go.
for athletics.
That's not bad at all.
I have a 4 for athletics, so that's not.
Yeah, I was curious.
There
How
we
you
go.
got 0. Yeah, no problem. Yep. So you guys sprint over there as fast as you can. And yeah, you get to like basically like the wall, right? And you see some people fighting. You see like the wall, right? And you see some like dark cloaked figures, and they are like in combat basically with these like guards right on the top of the wall. And I think they're all on the wall at this point. So you see like some ropes hanging down in the moonlight. You see some ropes like hanging down from the wall, and so they obviously like scaled the wall and like we're getting through. But they're like fighting with guards at the top of the wall. What do you want to do?
I want to ready my Eldritch Blast.
Mm-hmm.
Just get it ready for like the first like. So wait, we can see them on the wall.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Does it look like?
How many are there?
It looks like. Let's see. It's a little hard to like. You can't see them very clearly because it's just like moonlight you're seeing this by. It looks like there's maybe like a dozen guards and a dozen. It looks like they're pretty evenly matched, but like a dozen like thieves or whatever these cloaked figures are.
Does it look
Kidnappers.
like they have? Like, does it look like they've kidnapped someone already?
Make a perception check. See if you can like see what this situation is looking like.
There's my.
Yeah, I think no, you can. So you can see that this is a fight that is happening. Okay, yeah, you see from the way it looks like the kidnappers are doing this. They're fighting to get to the edge of the wall to get down rather than the other way around, right? They're not fighting to go into the estate further. They're fighting to get out. You don't see like a person with like a child or anything like that, but that's what it looks like to you.
That they're trying to get out?
Yeah, they're trying to escape.
Okay, I want to also cast. Well, more like use. I don't know what this is on my character sheet, but I want to use my divine sense.
Mm-hmm.
It's not anywhere on my character sheet.
That's unfortunate.
But, so pretty much, I'll just read it out. I can use it, and within 60 feet, I can detect, so pretty much celestial fiends and undead. I can, wait. Until the end of your next turn, you know the location of any celestial fiend or undead within 60 feet. That is not behind total cover.
Interesting. Celestial fiend or undead?
Well, was technically the one guy we ran into, was he a celestial or is...
No, so Azamar and tieflings are not considered celestials or fiends. They're humanoids. Yeah.
Okay, maybe that won't be as useful then.
I mean, it still would probably be useful to know whether or not there is a demon around here.
I'll cast it anyway.
Yeah, you cast it. There's nothing like that here. Yeah, these are just regular people.
Well, I'm going to prepare my sword and keep my eyes open for someone who looks like they have kidnappers. Someone that looks like a kidnapper, essentially.
Sure. Yeah. Here, give me 1 second here. So you're trying to like. So do you? I'm just curious where you're doing this from, because are you gonna like try to scale the wall and get a better situation? Look at the situation, or are you just looking from like down where you are in the wall?
Yes, I'm looking for where on the wall, mainly because I don't have great. Well, I know athletics. I have decent.
I have no hope of scaling this wall, like, at all. So I'm just kind of waiting, like, because you said that there's ropes. So yeah. I'm just kind of, like, waiting.
You're going to wait to, like, block their escape route, right? Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, sure.
Actually, what I'll probably do then is I'll put my sword and shield away, and I'll look to Shaela, and I'll say, "You wait here, and you wait here. I will go meet the fight head on, and I'll start scaling the wall."
Okay, well, I think that's probably the time we'd roll initiative. Are
we gonna see a map to
yep, I am frantically getting that ready. This is the thing with doing this kind of game. It's a lot more freeform than what I've, the sandbox that is Terra Nullius. So let's see here. There shouldn't be global elimination. So Muldraq, to really fight well here, you're gonna definitely need to get some sort of light. You're not gonna be able to fight well in the moonlight here. It's not enough light for you to really fight effectively by.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, let me think about this then. Well, they're fighting. How are they fighting then, I guess?
Not well.
What do I have with me then? Pack. I have a tinderbox. I don't know if that'll help much. Actually, in that case, I'm going to turn to Shaela and say, you have a way to make it so we can see better? Because I don't.
Let's see what spells I got here.
I cannot see front from back.
I think I do, but it's one thing I don't like about not having printed out spell cards in front of me. I don't have any spell cards for warlocks. I should have printed some out. But then I have to go through the book and go through each one.
You can also add it to Roll20.
No, I did, but I don't want. I mean, I don't want to like click each one and be like, which one does I do? I don't know. No. Let's see. I don't think my Eldritch Blast would create any light necessarily. It's just a beam.
I don't have a good way to make light either.
Yeah, I really don't
What is this?
either.
What is
I mean, I have minor illusion, but that just creates illusions. That doesn't necessarily create light.
What is this wall area like? I mean, can I tell there are areas where like there are torches or something that would be lit?
Yeah, they look like there are places where torches should be lit in like sconces, but there's definitely not a torch lit right now.
Is there a torch there?
Nope. I mean, you can't see. Like if it's dark enough to not be able to see the enemies you're fighting, you can't see where the.
Dang it! I don't know what to do. Wait, how do we see the rope then?
It's like right in front of you.
Oh, okay. I can see the rope, but I can't see the sconces.
Yep.
Yeah, no, I don't have anything that'll help us see.
I have an idea.
Okay.
I am going to take out my tinderbox. Since I can see the rope, I am going to light the ropes on fire.
I don't think that's gonna work as well as you're thinking it's going to work.
I don't know.
Ropes aren't made to give light. They're like, if you did that, they just burn up really quickly, and then you would be stuck in
Their
darkness
escape
again.
route would be gone.
I mean, yes.
I don't know. I'm kind of just grasping at straws. I have no way to tell who's who, so I might as well cut off their escape route.
Yeah, you could just do that instead.
And let the guards do their thing.
Yeah, you could do that. Yeah.
I'll say, well, what's the least we can do? And I'll just take my tinderbox out and I'll start lighting.
All right. Well, I'm not even gonna finish making this map then because, basically what happens, right, is.
Caleb's like, the laziness of the DM is coming out right now.
I was hoping that we'd be able to solve this without actually going into a real fight. Because as much as I like fights in D&D, like I like when I prepared for the fights in D&D.
It's fine. I'm having fun. I found stuff.
So basically what happens is you can just like light the ropes on fire. I think that's fine.
They wouldn't burn that fast. But
no, they wouldn't. Yeah. But I think so actually, you know what you can do, Shaela, you could just Eldritch Blast them.
Can I do that?
Yeah, there's ropes, right? You can just like go.
Yeah. It's just a cantrip.
Yeah, exactly. And I think like there's enough. You have enough time before any of them even get to the point where they could go down the ropes that you could like destroy both of them before they could do that. And so I think we basically just see this scene of the guards like frantically trying to like fight these people off. And you see I think one of the people like the kidnappers notice that like you're destroying the ropes, and like he tries to like go down the rope, and then you just like Eldritch Blast it, and he like falls to his death and like breaks his neck. And then a couple of them try to like just jump off the wall because it's just like, okay, well this is hopeless. And then I think you guys just managed to like pick them off after they fallen, right? So
I've got my sword ready to play some baseball.
yeah, right. Yeah, for sure. Like
Yeah, like can we keep
waste
one
them.
alive?
Sure. Yep. No problem.
To question.
I did find. I do have a wait. Never mind. I don't have a torch. I thought I had a torch.
Well, now I have a cool wall map in case we need it at any point.
Go through all that work.
I was actually really impressed with how quickly I was coming up with that map. I was just like, all right, frantic, let's do this. But yeah, I'm
Okay,
glad that we don't have
so
to use it.
we're gonna drag these guys, all the corpses, into like near the front of the castle where there's light.
Okay.
Because I
And
want
you
to
can only you do that with a couple of them because those are the ones that like
I
fell
mean,
down.
when the guards take care of them, though.
Yeah, the
Like,
guards are gonna take care of the ones that are on the wall.
Oh, I'm talking about the ones that just fell.
Yeah, okay, that's what I assume you were talking about. Yeah. Yeah, so you start doing that, and I think the captain of the guard comes back. Right, the tiefling woman.
I looked at her like, I thought you said you had this.
We did have it.
Oh yeah, it looks like it. And I'm gonna take the one that's alive. And actually, I'm gonna look at all the ones we've dragged out so far. Do any of them look like they had the girl? I mean, I'm guessing not, but
No.
what do they look like actually?
So
Now we're in the
they are actually they're a scattering of like tieflings and Azamar. They're all really dirty looking. Like they're ash and dirt smudges all over their faces. They look like they haven't showered in a while, or not showered, but like bathed. They don't care very much about their personal hygiene or anything like that. They all have like dark cloaks, and they all if you start looking over them, right, like one will have like a tattoo of the bramble, another person has a pendant of the bramble. They all have like marks that kind of signify them as being part of the Iron Bramble. And yeah, so I think the captain of the guard, the tiefling woman, starts to like call out to her other guard. She's like, all right, now tell me they didn't get away with her, right? Right? Where is she? Does someone have her? And what are you two doing as she like is calling out and doing
I'm
this?
like holding on to the guy that we kept alive, like
Yeah.
by its like ear, hair, you know, kind of, and like just like.
Yeah, he's like, what are you doing?
And so I'm like waiting for an answer.
Yeah.
I'm going to like get down because you're holding him like on his knees. I guess you have to be. I mean,
I have to be.
I'm
Yeah.
going to like get down on my knees and kind of just like let out a little breath, and like electricity will be like this like little bursts of electricity. Not enough to actually cast my breath weapon, but just like bursts of electricity just kind of come from my mouth. And I will turn to this guy and I will say, "Where is she?"
Um.
And I want to intimidate him.
Yeah, sure. Okay, so what your intent here is to like have him tell you where where she is. So yeah, this is like a tiefling guy. He has like dark long black hair. And yeah, he has pretty ash smudged face. And he looks up at you in fear. But I think he just like shakes his head. He's just like
I want to also try to intimidate him.
okay, yeah. Good.
It's the small halfling. You know what I think I do to intimidate him?
Mm-hmm.
I think I change my face to look like Callisto.
Callisto?
Or
Yeah,
Callisto.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
And,
yeah.
like, try to...
Take advantage on that, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I think he's shaking his head. He's just like, no, not even to you. No, I can't. No.
And I just go back to my normal self.
Yeah.
Um,
And Hassana Salem is the name of the tiefling captain of the guard, and I think someone comes up to her and says, "Hassana, we don't know where she is. We can't find her." And she like swears under her breath, and she's like, "No. There's no way that they got out of here under my watch."
I'm going to pull out my sword, put it to this guy's neck,
Mhm.
and say once again, "Where is she?"
I don't have to answer to the likes of you. And he
Who do
says,
you answer to the likes of?
yeah, he says, only to Hakan and Lord Oberon.
A con? Are you still gonna be in the chat?
Yeah. Yeah, and he says, they put enough fear into me. I don't fear anything. Especially not you.
Even death.
Even death. He's definitely lying to you. He definitely fears death.
I'm gonna pull off the little pin, and I would pull off. It's like, do you see this?
Yes, it's a badge. Is it
Oh,
important?
it is more than- Do you recognize the symbol?
I don't think he does. No, he just shakes his head.
Put it back on. Have you heard of the Inquisition?
Who hasn't?
There are shameful things I have done, and I would not be remiss to return to them to find this child.
Make another intimidation check with advantage.
You guys need to actually intimidate this guy.
I'm trying.
I rolled a 15.
I
have a plus 5. Oh!
There you go.
Oh!
You just
There
needed
you
some
go.
inspiration from Emily.
There you go. So, yeah, he looks at you and he says, "You can't. You can't break me. Go ahead, do your worst." He's like laughs nervously.
I'm gonna push
Yeah.
the sword.
That's all we get for it.
No. You have to,
For a
you have to
natural
do the one.
20.
You have to do the one thing that will push him over the edge now, and then he'll break.
I'm gonna start pushing the sword slowly into his throat.
Right. Yeah. He's like, no, stop.
I'll pull it back. Speak.
We took her to Hakan.
Where is Hakan?
He's with the Iron Bramble, of course.
Duh, we know that. Like his actual location.
If I take you there, I die.
If
You
you
die
don't-
either way.
We promise you your life if you take us there.
He seems to be like weighing his options. And he says, "How much will you pay me?"
Your life.
No, more than that. Listen, if I'm going to cross the Iron Bramble, I'm going to need something to get by for at least a little, so I can get out of the city at least.
Dang it, now I wish I hadn't given that money to the church.
I mean,
I'll show you where they are, but please, just have mercy, at least that much. I'll leave you alone. You can deal with Hakan how you want. Just leave me out of it.
I pull 5 gold pieces out of my pocket and
Ugh.
like, smash him into his cheek.
Right. He's
That's what you get. Nothing more, and you walk away with your life.
Thank you, merciful midget.
I slap him again.
I probably deserve that. Yeah, so Hassana comes over to you, and she says, "What did the man say?"
He's gonna take us to him.
What?
To the man who took her. Who took I don't think we actually got her name.
I don't think we ever got a first name. Yeah.
No, we didn't.
She glares at you, She's like, she's grinding her teeth. She says, "Where?"
He has not told us.
Well, tell him to tell you.
I'll turn to him.
And he kind of like shakes his head. He's like, I probably have to take you there. I'm not sure I can just give you directions exactly. It's a little complicated.
I'll turn to Hassan and say, you may join us if you want.
She growls deeply in her throat. She says,
as she's growling, like,
yeah.
This is not on us. We offered our help and you refused.
Well, I'm certainly not going to leave. Certainly not going to leave the life of the girl under my protection in the hands of freelancers.
Holding my tongue. Are you joining us or not?
Yes, I'm joining you.
Okay. I'll turn to the man. And I'm going to pull out, actually.
That does not seem humane. But no, what would I do? I'm gonna say this is probably where the neutral part of neutral good comes in. I'm gonna take out. I have hemp rope, and I'm going to make a leash.
Wow. All
for
right.
him.
Sure.
Because I don't want him running off.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. So you fashion a Smeagol leash for him. Yeah, he starts to go in. Oh, that's precious. No. So, yeah, I think the next thing you see, right, is you guys like, he's leading you along, and he's just like, this is so humiliating. Why do we have to do this?
To make sure you do not run.
I'm not going to run.
I'm not sure I trust you.
Really trust you, be honest.
This guy's name is Marzook.
I guess technically I have a spell to make him stop if I want to.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't want to do that.
Yeah, so he just like sniffs. He's like, this is beneath me.
You are lucky to have your life.
Yeah, you keep saying that.
Oopsie. I'm probably gonna actually I don't know, I was gonna say I'd probably start trying to proselytize, but probably not at this moment while I have a leash around his neck.
Mm-hmm.
So I think the next thing we need to decide, Seth, is, so are we gonna go straight there, or are we gonna try to
Oh,
go
yeah.
get...
We're going straight there.
We're not gonna okay. We're
getting here.
we're fully splitting the party.
That's a good point.
So this is the thing. Yeah, it's like it's the time in which, like, if you went over to Yi right now, you would basically get there like in real time to where she is. I think what he tells you though is he actually says, well, first we need to go to the Green Dragon Inn.
Good. We have a friend there that we need to pick up anyway.
Well, I'm so happy for you. Glad that this errand could be convenient.
Actually, come to think of it, as we get to the populated area, I probably will feel bad, and I will take off the leash partially because it looks really bad in public.
Right.
It's morning time, so yeah.
Yeah, you start seeing some people like look at you, just like look at him like, I thought slavery was illegal here.
And I look at him like, what business do you have in the Green Dragon Inn?
We know that's where they're at.
They use it as a front. And it leads down into the lower levels of the city. It's a back way.
All right. So basically, he's saying like that's how you get to there.
Yeah, he's saying there's like a back way that you can get to. You have to go to the Green Dragon Inn, and then that's like the front and it leads like to their lair, basically. Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah. So he's basically just the last shot we see of that is we see him like turn to like go down the street, and he's just like, take the leash off. You're not a slave. You're fine. You're a good person. We won't kill you. Ugh. And he's like, yeah, starts walking off, mumbling to himself, like leading you to the Green Dragon Inn. And I think we cut back to Yi.
What do I find?
Yeah, as you open up.
I'm waiting.
I've been waiting so long.
I found something.
Well, you're gonna have to wait a little bit longer for me to randomly generate it. So.
Better be something good in a giant gold chest.
So, you open up this giant gold chest, and you see. I think you see a couple of things. So first, you see a kind of like a reddish potion. It's like in a rolled up in like some like cloth to keep it from breaking. You also see a big ruby. It's kind of like smack dab in the middle there. And you see one more thing. You see what is it? You see, come on, actually give me something good here. Having some technical difficulties, please stand by. You also find an amulet with like an onyx gem inlaid on it. Yeah, they're like neatly set out in this golden chest, like a little display case, kind of.
Okay. I would like to take them.
Mm-hmm.
Do I know what the red potion is?
You can make an Arcana check.
Okay. 14.
You're not entirely sure what it is, no. It's
Okay.
obviously a magical potion of some sort, but...
Okay.
Magic.
Did I have the Iron Bramble, the pendant that we found, or did...
I think... I don't know who ended up... I think
have it?
Muldraq ended up with that, right?
Yeah, I have it.
Okay. Because I was going to leave that behind if I had it.
I mean, technically,
But
we
I
could have
don't.
flashback to you pickpocketing it from him.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I would have given it to her if she'd asked.
I mean, I feel she would have pickpocketed it. I don't
Probably.
think she would have asked.
I would have just taken
From what
it.
I know of
Can I-
you so
can I-
far.
Can I see if I would have noticed?
I mean,
yeah,
we
you'd
can
have.
make rolls
That's
for it.
what it is, right? So you roll a stealth check, and
Would I
unless
make a
wait,
sleight of
Is it
hand
sleight of
check?
hand? Okay, I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
Was not, yep, it's sleight of hand. Yep.
And that's against my perception?
Yep.
Aw, dang it. Could have gotten a 25. Okay. No!
Oh.
Okay, so
I would
you
say I noticed her doing it, and I see her taking it, and I would just say,
just don't do anything. Yeah.
I was like, you could have asked for it.
Okay, so I leave the
We flash back
pendant
to that, and then yeah, you leave the pendant there.
in there, close it back up.
Relock it.
Yes. And then
Roll
kind
thieves
of, like,
tools to see if you can do that, because that you'd have to do it with your thieves tools, right? And so that would.
Oh, that's not that good.
You really have to relock it?
No, she doesn't have to, but like she.
I don't have to.
It would be
I'm
like
just
part of the
gonna try.
flair, right? Like.
Well, I mean, like, don't you just close it?
Not with something that opens with a key.
Yeah, it's a little bit more
Oh, that's
complex.
true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Something that I would be
I don't
able
think
to-
you managed to do it. Yeah, I don't think you
Okay.
managed to.
That's okay then. Okay, so I look around the rest of the room. Is there like any other places for me to go in this room?
Make an investigation check.
Not rolling that well.
Yeah, I mean, you find some like crates full of like drugs and stuff, but like other than that, don't really see
No, like
anything.
is there any other like passageways or anything?
I mean, there's a door out this way.
Okay, I want to. Is the door locked?
Yes, but it's locked from the outside, not from the inside. So you just open it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I just open the door.
Yeah, and I think this is probably like the last shot we get. You run smack dab into a guy. So you walk into the kitchen. And you see a big bulky guy holding a big butcher's knife. And he he's like sharpening it. He kind of like looks at you. He just like pauses in like shock. He's just like, what?
Let's see.
You have like a singular moment where you can like do something.
So I just kind of like casually like lift my hand up and then walk to like behind the bar. So like where that door is that leads out to the bar.
Make a check of some sort. Cause you're gonna try to act like that was like totally cool. Like, don't worry, I'm cool. Like, this is planned.
Yeah.
Make a deception check.
Okay. 21.
Ooh.
Yeah, so he just doesn't even question it. He just like, all right. And then just goes back to like chopping up some meat.
Okay, so I just like walk out.
Yep. Walk back out to the bar.
Yep.
And I think that's where we close for the evening.
I thought you were gonna leave us on a cliffhanger.
I mean, I was planning on having the guy try to attack her, but she like completely she played it off like a boss. So
There we go.
all right, there you go. That is Terra Nullius Side Stories in Istanbul. I am definitely into these characters. I like them a lot.
Oh, I know
This
they're
is fun.
Yeah.
I
I like being all noble like and
I
heroic.
definitely think this should be our go-to game. If you guys don't all like die at the end of next session or something, or like your party completely breaks up or something, whenever Jordan can't make it, that'd be fun. So
Yes.
cool.
Yeah.
So you didn't fight anything.
No, we didn't.
I don't know if I have much. Like, I'm trying to think of like XP.
So no leveling. Oh,
Right?
we told
Like,
a great story though.
you did, right? And I feel like I should give you XP, but like technically, like in the rules of the game, you didn't earn any XP for any of the things that you did.
Well,
I, of
maybe
course,
this
as
is
a-
one of the sessions where you don't give out XP and you just let us level up whenever you feel like it.
That's fair.
Kind of.
Yeah, we could do more story-based leveling up with this.
That's true. Yeah, if you guys wanna do that. So
I'm fine either way.
what if we do it? What if we do it like this? Let's try something different out for this. Let's do goal-based XP. Let's say if you you guys can have like, let's say I'm just gonna do the stars without number style. So you're gonna have 3 slots on your character sheet
Okay.
to put goals in. And we can basically, when you complete a goal that your character has, we can talk together and be like, okay, how much XP do you think this is worth? And then I'll like, assign you XP for that completed goal based on how like difficult it was, how long it took, that sort of thing. So I think, let's see, you guys definitely had some goals here. Like even if we didn't like establish them, writing them down. So let's see. Muldraq, you wanted to like, you're trying to find you're just focused on the mission. Like that's basically been your thing the whole
Yeah.
time.
I want to get this kid back.
Yeah. So you definitely worked on that. So let's see. So I'm gonna give both you and. Okay, I'm just gonna give everyone 200 XP flat for this session.
So technically, we're at 500 then, since we start technically at level
Yes.
300.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just gonna give you a deadly encounter's worth of XP each. Don't smile at that, Emily.
It could have been. It could have turned out to be very
My
quickly.
deadly encounter avoided by going, hey.
Yeah, and so let's see. Yeah, so think of goals between this week and next week. You can have three goals in your character sheet. Obviously, everyone has the goal of like getting back to like the daughter or the son or the brother or whatever, right? Like that's the main mission, unless you don't, right? Like, but I feel like once you complete the actual like job you've done, I'll give you all XP for finishing that, right? But yeah, think of if you have any sort of personal goals of any sort, put them on there, and then you can get XP for that as well. So yeah, that might be a fun little thing to do. Because yeah, it definitely seems like this is a lot more RP heavy than Terra Nullius was. So
Except for the one session with the ogres.
yeah, that's true. Yeah,
I was about to say,
That was
because
like
you can
an
actually talk to people in this one other than the rest of the party.
that's fair. Yeah,
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
yeah.
It's
Cool.
nice that people speak common.
Yeah.
I technically have a third language I'm able to speak, and I have no clue what it should be
I don't know.
still. Because I just haven't decided.
Arabic?
Yeah.
No.
I mean, I speak 3 languages.
I didn't know what the third language even would have been, so.
You speak Common and Draconic?
Common, Draconic, and I get to choose another one, but
Right.
I don't know.
I mean, given like the races in the area, like Celestial, Infernal.
I'd probably say Celestial would make sense.
Celestial would make sense. Yeah, for sure.
Change from.
Okay. Oh, so I love the idea of the Old Testament in this world was written originally in Draconic, and the New Testament in this world was written originally in Celestial, because that's legit
Oh
how
my
it would shake out.
Oh
So
my
awesome.
God.
We also have a Septuagint version of the Old Testament, which is written in Celestial. Perfect. Yep. All right. Cool. I think that's it. I think that's Terra Nullius Side Stories, episode 1. That was fun. Thanks for playing, guys. All right. We are off stream. Adios.